Humans are more evil than devils. That's the sentence that fits chapter 174 of Chainsaw Man. The story begins in a traditional Japanese house, or minka as it is called, where the top brass of Japan's public security and government are gathered for a working meeting. The Prime Minister of Japan, Kentaro Ishita, has been holding a transcript that talks about those who have never heard the word ear before. But strangely, they had no memory of the conversation. The Minister of Communications and Public Affairs, named Hadaji, raised his hand and said he had confirmed with his men that all 27 archivists of the Devil's Annihilation and Disaster Response Division were facing and coping with the restoration of the ear. Minister of Land Agency Shintoma asked what could be done with this power. Then Fumiko, as a representative of the Public Security Division's Special Extermination Devil No. 7, stated that the evolution of humans, harmful substances, countries, and more, with the power of the Chainsaw Man, could erase even down to the concept, making civilization even better. But Shintoma asked for clarification. Fumiko explained that the public security side currently had a good relationship with the aging devil. He was a devil with a name of great fear, but communication had gone well and they got a good offer from him. Apparently, the devil who beat up the Black Chainsaw Man in the last chapter was the aging devil. He had no ties to life depending on the terms of his contract. The devil was willing to be erased or eaten. Chief Cabinet Secretary Yuki Tomoda asked, if they remove the aging devil, what will change? Will the mental and physical decline in all beings disappear after he is removed? Fumiko then explained that they wouldn't know for sure until the aging devil was completely removed. According to the research they did at the time of the 3 minutes and 50 seconds where the ear was removed in a world without ears, hearing does not disappear. Cell phones and radios still exist and earplugs are sold as skill tools. Yuki Tomoda commented, "What a mess." Fumiko confirmed that the Chainsaw Man is indeed very chaotic, but they from public security will keep the chaos of the Chainsaw Man manageable until it can prove its power to the Japanese government. Shintoma asked what the terms of the aging devil's offer were. Fumiko explained that in exchange for being eaten by the Chainsaw Man without fighting back, the aging devil wanted them to kill 10,000 Japanese children, ranging from infants to 9 years old, in front of a mirror. And because of that crazy thing, the Japanese government, whose population was declining, was very surprised to hear it. Fumiko continued that they didn't know how long the Chainsaw Man's condition would last or if they would be able to contain him. They needed a decision from the Japanese government as soon as possible, and someone finally agreed. Fumiko smiled at that. It turned out to be former Finance Minister Tadashi Hasegawa, who was the oldest of the bunch and sitting in a wheelchair. He went on to say that his grandson was in the private sector collecting children orphaned by the devil's attack. He asked public security to contact him if they needed more. He asked Takanashi to contact his people from the International Adoption Agency to take care of the rest. But it left the Minister of Economy, Trade, and Industry, Miki Takanashi, very surprised that his name was mentioned by the former finance minister. Tadashi proceeded to give them Japanese residence so that overseas children could also be used. 10,000 lives of children is a small price to pay for Japan's future. The old man is willing to sacrifice 10,000 children so as not to die of old age. This is really absurd. Humans are worse than the devil himself, especially since the aging devil has not been proven to be able to eliminate completely. Sweating profusely, Takanashi looked downcast and tortured. He says that he can't do that, but Tadashi admonishes him that he can, and Takanashi is still downcast and reluctant to comment. Tadashi then asks Takanashi if Takanashi has 4 children. Suddenly, Takanashi was very surprised to hear it. Again, Tadashi reprimanded him about Takanashi having 4 children. At that moment, Takanashi mentally hit the nail on the head and immediately replied that he could do it. And because of that, Tadashi praised his attitude. Tadashi told Fumiko that they would provide 10,000 children in 48 hours. He asked for the message to be delivered to the aging devil right away. Fumiko then opened her cell phone and called public security. In between, they exchanged glances. And because of that, Fumiko seemed to be afraid of the creepy Tadashi, because if you look at it, her face is sweating profusely. And here it is, the unexpected moment where the mouth disappears from the characters drawn by Tatsuki Fujimoto-sensei. Starting from Fumiko, who is holding a cell phone, likewise, the Japanese government officials who are staring at each other in their respective positions, not to mention the people who are still busy and continue their business by walking to their destination without realizing there is a part missing from them. Funnily enough, the elephant still appears as a representative of animals without mouths. And we are also shown the Black Chainsaw Man, who has also lost his mouth, characterized by his sharp teeth no longer adorning the face of the Black Chainsaw Man. Apparently, he has swallowed and eliminated octopus from the world. We will see a world without octopus, mouth, snow, and bitterness, and no one will notice. I didn't expect such important concepts to be brought up by Tatsuki Fujimoto-sensei. This is the difference between Part 1 and Part 2, where in Part 1 we were never shown the power of the Chainsaw Man, who was able to eliminate important concepts from the world after swallowing Devil, although it was also explained in Chapter 84. So how to spit them all out if Black Chainsaw Man doesn't even have a mouth? Oh yeah, the defeat of the octopus means that Yoshida has also been defeated. Is Yoshida dead? Unfortunately, he didn't appear at all. Likewise with Fami and Asa or Yoru, who also haven't appeared. It looks like the next chapter will be like this again. Looks confusing and strange. That's chapter 174. Like and subscribe. I'm Nim. See you in the next episode.